Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. First things first, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button or subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, topic of the video, Sergey Lipinets versus Custio Clayton. To be completely honest with you guys, I didn't know they were fighting this weekend. They'll be fighting this Saturday on the 24th of October over in Uncasville. Am I pronouncing that right? Uncasville at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut, USA. 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 Anyway, the fight will be shown live on Showtime, so tune into Showtime if you want to see this fight here in the US. They'll be fighting for the interim IBF welterweight title. Interim, interesting. It's interesting how the interim title is going to be in play here when we have a current champion who will be fighting in December. It's Errol Spence. Why is there a need for an interim title? That's only if the champion is currently on recess or injured or something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. Sergey Lipinets. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a 31-year-old fighter from Russia, Mother Russia. Born in Kazakhstan, but he is from Russia, currently living in the US. 16 wins, 1 loss, 12 wins come by way of knockout TKO. I believe he also has a kickboxing background, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's been in there against the likes of Lamont Pearson, Eric Bonet, Mikey Garcia. Former champion, actually. If you guys don't know, he won the IBF title against Akihiro Kondo. And I was there. I saw that fight live in person. I saw the Lipinets fight, and it was a good fight. I honestly enjoyed that fight against the Japanese Kondo. He's also been there against Clarence Booth, Zapavigna. He's been there against some decent names, or at least names that I recognize. Especially the Lamont Peterson fight. Actually, he was the last person. He retired Lamont Peterson. He was the last person Lamont Peterson fought. Let me actually see. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was the fight that retired Peterson. So anyway, his opponent, to be honest with you, I don't really know much about him. He's a 33-year-old fighter from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. By the way, great city. I went there last year. Was able to visit Montreal for the first time, and man, it feels like you're in a different country with all the French signs and everybody speaking French. Even though it's in Canada, it compared to Toronto or the other cities in Canada, Quebec City and Montreal felt like you're like in a different country. At least that's how I felt like. But anyway, Clayton, undefeated from Canada, 18-0, 12 wins come by way of knockout TKO. Looking at his resume, I only recognize one name, and that fighter is DeMarcus Corley. There's some highlights of it here on YouTube if you want to see that. Basically, he's fought all his entire career in Canada. This will be his first time fighting outside of Canada, and he's defeated all his opponents. And I saw footage of him when he fought Johan Perez, and I gotta say, he ain't that bad. Picks his shots pretty well, has a good jab, fast jab, thinks in there. He'll definitely bring a good competitive fight, in my opinion. If you're wondering what rank he is under the IBF, I checked myself because I was wondering why are they fighting for the interim title. He's ranked number 5 under the IBF and number 10 under the WBA. And like I said, they'll be fighting for the interim IBF title. Sergey Lipinets is ranked number 3 under the IBF. I just think it's interesting how they're fighting for an interim title. It really is, because Errol Spence is the champion here, but it just doesn't make sense why an interim title is on play. But it is what it is, I guess. This fight, when it comes down to it, when it comes to talking about who will win, I know, like I said earlier, I think Custio Clayton has a decent jab. He's a decent boxer, but the level of opposition he has fought, it just doesn't compare to Sergey Lipinets. And I think experience will be key in this fight. And I think Lipinets' experience, not just as a boxer, but as a pro kickboxer. Like I said, I think he is a pro kickboxer. Pretty sure. Oh, it says right here, like pro kickboxing. So I'm pretty sure he has a kickboxing career. Only 4 fights, actually. Huh. I thought it was more than that. But anyway, yeah, he's been in there against Mikey Garcia, Lamont Peterson, defeated Lamont Peterson. So he has that experience under his belt, and I think those fights has helped Lipinets improve as a fighter and as a boxer, and he will apply that in this fight. And I think he will just outwork and outpunch Custio Clayton, who has never been in there against an experienced, good, skilled fighter like Lipinets, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. I think this fight will most likely go the distance. Chances are will go the whole 12 rounds. From what I've seen of Clayton, seems like he could take a punch. So I could see this fight going 12, 8 rounds to 4, and 9 rounds to 3 in favor of the former champion, Sergey Lipinets. And that's another thing. He's a former champion too, Sergey Lipinets. And he's not that washed up. He's still 31 years old. So should be a good fight. Looking forward to it. Again, fight will be shown live on Showtime. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Do not forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.